Hey everyone, you know it's that time of week again. It's Friday, which means it's a perfect time to deploy. And joining me again is Jim. How was your week, Jim?
Yeah, really good. I'm just trying to switch gears. I've been deep in some refactorings all week,
Oh no.
tearing apart the insides of Octopus. So just seeing the matrix right now.
Yep. Yeah. How is the world of reliable deployments?
Yeah, it's going well. We sort of just started to actually try and implement some stuff. It's a bit of a road from here. There's a lot to make reliable. So
Yes.
we're starting to chip away at that.
Yeah. So for the folks who don't know, Jim and his team work on basically the durability, I guess, would be one way to describe it
Yeah,
of our deployments, making sure that's done in a cohesive manner, in a way that makes deployment safe and sane as always, and also have to take into account things like high availability and concurrency, and what happens is if a server goes down. So that's that durability
yeah,
aspect of it. So lots of stuff happening there. Obviously, you'll be sharing as you come closer to your ship date at some point, I'm assuming.
mm, yeah,
Yep. You sound
yeah.
enthusiastically positive. That's all
Oh,
right.
it'll be great.
That's right. Anyway, so if this is your first time having to see the show, this is a weekly show that Jim and I host where we just basically talk about the latest news and trends relative to Octopus. And so with that, let's go ahead and get started. We are actively working on a whole series of events that we'll be at. So if you are in the London area, we will be at DevOps Live in London, March 6th and 7th. That's at the Excel, which is a major conference venue in London. After that, we'll be at DD Melbourne. And Jim, you and I will be there
Well,
talking to developers about all kinds of cool things. And then from there, I'm going straight to Paris, and I'm going to be at KubeCon along with 20 other or so folks from Octopus Deploy, talking to folks about Kubernetes, showcasing what we have. We have a bunch of other events as well that we can talk about, but those are the ones that are coming in March, and we'll be part of KubeCon in a big way. We have a booth, so feel free to check us out. I believe we're at G26 is our booth number. I don't know why you'd remember this, but we'll be there. And we're also a sponsor of Platform Engineering Day, which is part of the series of pre-cons that occur at KubeCon. So anyways, if you want to check it out, feel free to check out KubeCon. It's on the KubeCon website, and we'll be there with a big booth, and we'll be hanging out swag, and feel free to drop by. Moving right along, we also have other events and webinars coming up. So this is a partner webinar. Anatco is going to be hosting a webinar with Adam, talking about making modern deployments simple. So if you want to find out more, you can go ahead and check out the Eventbrite link, which is here. This is going to be GMT time. So for those folks in Australia or in the US, you might actually have a tough time attending this one. It may be a little bit late or early in the morning for you, but you can feel free to check that out. Adam's a great presenter, so take advantage. This is a blog post written by Andy. Octopus is your deployment pipelines quarterback. So, in honor or an homage to the Super Bowl, Jim, this will be interesting. Jim, do you know what the Super Bowl means, or do you know what the Super Bowl is? Being an
I know
Aussie.
it's this Monday, right? This coming Monday. Well, Monday for us. Monday for
Yes,
us.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday in the U.S.
Sunday,
Yes,
Sunday, Sunday.
that's right. That's right. We'll sell you the seat, but you're only going to need the edge. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So, are you familiar with Super Bowl? Do you know what it means?
I am familiar with Super Bowl. Well, Super Bowl. I
Awesome.
know Super Bowl ads. This is a Super Bowl ad almost, right?
There you go. There you go. That's what it all is. Yeah, to some folks. So, in honor of Super Bowl, which most folks watching this hopefully will know, Andy wrote this blog post talking about how your deployment pipeline is like Octopus is like the quarterback of your deployment pipeline. So, obviously, a lot of parts and pieces are going to get involved in a pipeline. And to make it simpler for folks to understand, Andy provides this analogy. So the analogy is that it's the one that's basically coordinating everything. There's lots of moving parts and pieces to a pipeline. There's provisioning servers, there's configuring them, there's standing up infrastructure, there's notifying people, there's part of a deployment process. So Octopus is playing calling all of that, and that's, if you're a football fan, you'll understand this analogy. It's basically doing audibles, maybe in some cases, on the fly. But you can think of your deployment pipeline as like, well, this is a very Aussie expression, a gridiron team. Let's like a football team. So a football team has very specific roles to play. So in this example here, you can see he's got Docker, he's got AWS, he's got server infrastructure, he's got Kubernetes, and they're all running different routes and blocking and all kinds of doing things. So orchestrating a lot of that sort of work is Octopus as part of a deployment. So that's kind of what we do. And so Andy goes into why Octopus is considered the quarterback, and yeah, provides a little audible here. So the old Statue of Liberty play with the 35 set hut skidoo play. So there you go. That's kind of an homage there to the old NFL. Awesome. So yeah, check that out. Awesome. This is our Twitter feed, in case you weren't aware. We're up on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, and we've been posting a bunch of really interesting stats lately. So this is part of a campaign we're driving in our group to let folks know what we saw during 2023. This is actually loosely pointing back to a blog post that was written by Andy for Christmas, where he talked about all the summary of things that we did or what we saw during the year. Some of these stats are kind of cool. So our customers safely archived over 230 million audit logs in 2023 overall. The other ones that I like are our customers ran more than 600,000 Kubernetes steps each month in 2023. So that's like 14 steps a minute in 2023 running Kubernetes. So that's cool. Another one we have is 40 million deployments run over 2023. That's roughly the same number of kangaroos in Australia. So another weird tidbit fact there. But if you're all curious about getting facts like this, you can check out our Twitter feed. This is at /Octopus Deploy. And speaking of kind of tidbits, Paul, our CEO, recently posted something really cool here. He called this "Cooking Up Something Really Cool." And this is pointing to our new Kubernetes agent. So this is available up on Docker Hub. And this is the start of what will soon be part of our work around Kubernetes, specifically the agent itself. And so if you follow our roadmap, you'll see it listed there, our Octopus agent for Kubernetes. We'll have lots more to say about this. This is classic Paul giving a teaser. So he decided to take a screenshot and post it here. And so that's really cool to see. And so, of course, we had to retweet that and repost it. The way we did it was we basically tried to use the Kubernetes symbol, which doesn't really show up that well. This is the ship emoji in Twitter. This is as close as we can get it, but we tried to say Octopus Heart Kubernetes. So there you go.
That's close. Pretty close.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. I figured as much. I mean, I don't know how well it shows up on a mobile phone, but there you go. Anyways, feel free to give us a follow. We would really appreciate it. So yeah, if you want to check this out on Docker Hub, you can go to Docker Hub, check it out. Really not used for general use yet. So just know that it's coming. So this is a cool little logo that I saw. One of our folks, it's James has got this up on his wall. It's a neon light sort of logo background sort of thing that he's got going on. So kind of cool for this. I always like these sort of ideas. What's really nice is he strategically placed the wire for it right behind his microphone, so it almost looks like it's floating on air. So, but yeah,
great that he zoomed in on that for him too.
Yeah. These are those maker things. I love these things. And incidentally, I was talking to another company about building some stuff for us, and they were looking at our logo, and I'm like, is this going to be a problem with all these curves and stuff? It's like, nah, it's fine. Curves are fine. So we have our logo available up on our website. In case you weren't aware, you can find it up on octopus.com. If you go to /company/brand, let's see if I can do this here, /brand, there you'll find our assets for our logo and all kinds of other stuff, which is kind of cool. And eventually when it resolves. And then, so we kind of use it in clever ways. So this is another way in which we try to use it. And James is a photographer. That's why you're seeing the tripod here. But there you go. So kind of cool stuff. I like little projects like this, little maker projects. This is a webinar that was done or hosted recently by ourselves and Croz, which is a partner of ours in Europe. And they're talking about the Digital Operational Resilience Act. Or the DORA. Unfortunately, it's named DORA. So DORA, depending upon who you talk to, can be a lot of different things. But the Digital Operational Resilience Act is it's basically a regulation in the EU, and what it does is it's a risk management mitigation framework for the EU financial sector. And so in this, they're going through all of this and talking about what to do, what you need to think about, and all that sort of stuff. So if you're at all interested, you can check out this webinar. It's up on our YouTube page, so our YouTube channel now. So if you go to our YouTube channel, you'll see it's the latest video there, along with the recording of this, because we publish all our videos for Deploy on Friday there, but just to give you a sense of what's what. So Adam was a member of that, along with Madalena. They were speaking on this, which was cool. And then wrapping things up, Matt Casperson, who's a very prolific writer and coder at Octopus. He wrote wrote a book called DevX as a Service. This is up on Amazon. And if you're at all interested, you can go ahead and check this out. The paperback itself is quite affordable, $7.29 Aussie, which is about $1 US. You can get it on the Kindle for about $1. But if you're at all interested, it's 92 pages. And basically talks a little bit about how to scale your DevOps teams with platform engineering. We talk a little bit about some of the ways in which you can do that. One popular way is to utilize an IDP or internal developer platform. A good example of this is there's a, what is it? I'm trying to remember now. Spotify has Backstage, which is available. I think it's at backstage.io. And if you go there, you'll see a page that looks like this. This is an example of an internal developer platform. Incidentally, there's a plugin for Octopus Deploy for this. So if you search for Octopus, you'll see it there. It's written by a member of our community. The reason why these platforms are popular is because they allow people to provision their own infrastructure and get started quickly. So if you, as a DevOps engineer or as part of a team, are looking for something to do that will help out your organization, creating an IDP will be a big boost for your productivity in terms of your teams, because they don't have to wait around for stuff to get provisioned, database servers to get set up and stuff. By using IDPs, you can actually do this. And this is what Matt is partly talking about in his book, is DevX as a Service, or Developer Experience as a Service. So that's available up on Amazon. You can check that out now. Awesome. I especially like the book cover. It's very nice.
Pretty.
Yeah, cool. And I think that about wraps it up for all the sort of resources we have available. So short and sweet, Jim. Any other information or tidbits you want to share with folks, or just
nothing's coming to mind. I'm still saying falling cards. Sorry.
That's right. I was going to say, judging by the book cover here, it's not too far off. Like, this almost looks like the Matrix here, in a sense. So judging by the book color, it sounds like you're in the same space. Anyways, thanks a lot, Jim, and thank you for attending this quick and easy to digest video. That's our intent with these. If you have something that you happen to see up on the internets, if you want, feel free to send us a comment. Let us know. Either like and subscribe this video, and we'll see you next week on Deploy on Friday. Take care, everyone.